After my review of the Mythic Legion's Pixis, some of you asked me to review my Mythic Legion's Legion Builder Templar Knight, and I decided to go ahead and do that, but instead of just showing him off all geared up at first, I wanted to show him pretty much bare bones and with everything he comes with beneath him. Because he comes with a lot of stuff, a lot of interchangeable pieces, a lot of alternate parts, a lot of things to just make him your own. He doesn't come with too much, but he comes with quite a bit, especially for just being I think it retailed for like $22 as a Legion builder. Really great figure and really great deal. So let's talk about the weapons first. So he comes with his shield. It's just a normal kind of Templar shield, I guess. Then you have the handle on it. I know some of the original versions had a C-clip, but I know Four Horsemen changed it to a handle. That just comes off. You can swivel it any which way you want. I really appreciate the handle instead of the C-clip now. He also has a sword, which is really nicely painted silver with a nice handle there. Really beautiful sword. And then he has a modular... God, I don't remember the name of it. It's kind of like a spear with a kind of an axe on it. Halberd? Is that what it is? I believe it's maybe a halberd. There's the actual name. I know I saw it on freaking Forged in Fire once. But yeah, there's the tip of that. And then you have some alternate options for the spear. Oh, okay, that just fell. You have this piece, which you can just have, and you can just pop it on the top right there if you want. You can extend the piece with this as well, and you can make it even longer, or you can just have it shorter with just this piece with a ball at the end, which is kind of more ornamental, but you can do that as well. You can also extend this piece if you want. Personally, I believe the actual configuration should just be using this because it has a sharper tip at the bottom, and I think it gives you a good enough length. I think that's what you should do with the weapon. That's what I prefer. And then with the this beautiful flag here. Then you have these holes on the side where you can attach horn pieces from Mythic Legions. Really do love that. What I like doing with this, I like extending this with the thicker piece and then having the ball at the end. And then I like doing that with the flag. And then the flag looks really beautiful, painted on both sides, has some tassels at the bottom. Love that. And then, of course, I already showed off the sword and shield. And then it pretty much just leaves some interchangeable pieces and armor. I believe this piece, my brother collects Mythic Legions very hardcore, and he even said he doesn't know exactly what this is for. His theory is that it's just an adapter piece for literally one kind of shield they included with one kind of figure. I don't really know much about it, but he does come with that adapter piece. Then he comes with two wing adapters that go on his back. You can see they have different shapes for the holes, for different wings. That just goes on his back, and you can give him wings if you want, because Mythic Legions is really pro customization and pro just modular building. So he has this skirt piece, which can come off, and he looks kind of naked without it. Then you just lift that up, tab it in, slots in really good. Boom, there you go. Let's start gearing him up. And then you have two different options for a collar piece. You have the smaller collar, which is also shared with Pixis that I reviewed. Then you have this larger collar piece. I haven't had him with a larger collar on in a while, so let's go ahead and give him this right now. I will show him with the smaller collar piece as well. But here he is with the larger collar, and you can see it definitely hides a lot of the helmet. That looks pretty cool. Then you probably notice this spike piece. That can actually go on the top of the helmet, and that looks really nice. And then you have this this belt piece. You can go around the waist of the figure, or it can go around the shoulder. Me personally, I put it around the shoulder. So let's pop that head off again. Let's get this over. Probably should have put this on before the collar piece, but hey, that's okay. Then it just kind of, I like how it grooves in right there. Boom, there you go. And then we're getting there. We're getting there. I like it over the shoulder because you can, or it's kind of shifted a bit, because then you can kind of put a sword on his back. And then he has shoulder pads. And then those just plug into the holes right there. So just get those plugged in. And the belt honestly does not inhibit the shoulder pads going in. So there's one shoulder pad. And here's another shoulder pad. And there you go. There's pretty much the fully armored up Templar Knight Legion builder. Looks really, really cool. This is not my preferred configuration. You can definitely see he looks really nice. But my preferred configuration for this figure is having the smaller collar. I know I already have it on the Pixis figure, but I like seeing more of... Oh, that almost fell off the desk. I like seeing more of the helmet. So that's my preferred configuration for this figure personally. So yeah, that's all the accessories out of the way, and clearly he's a very customizable modular figure, and I love that. So let's start giving him some weapons. Here, let's get the shield. I personally prefer having the shield held on the bottom. I don't know why, I just think it kind of works a little better. You can rotate it, you can have him hold it, looks really good. I love the shield. And then I usually don't give him the halberd. I think that's what it is. I'm probably wrong. I don't care though. I pretty much just always give him the sword as well. This is pretty much my configuration. I typically just keep these accessories in a baggie. This is how I do my Templar. But of course, you can give him the other weapons. This, you can see with how I did it, there's that little loop from the belt. You can kinda, might want to get the shoulder pads just out a little bit. I wouldn't suggest doing this, but this is what I do. So, I mean, it might scratch up the paint, but I don't care. It's my figure. I'll do what I want. You can get the sword in the back. That looks really nice. Then you can give him his other weapons. Here is this one. Looks really cool. Really like that. And then here is this big boy, which is very, very top heavy. So I would recommend making sure maybe he's holding that with two hands. If you want him with the flag. Yeah, the flag goes up really high up, especially if you have it in that configuration. Love the flag, love the whole... Oh, see, that just kind of came undone. Not the most sturdy connection there, but it stays. Then let's unsheath the sword, kind of get him in. You can see the paint's holding up. I've done that many times. That's how I store the shield. The paint holds up on this guy really, really nice. So, you've probably been looking at this guy the whole time, but I haven't really shown off some of the details. So he is a Legion builder, so he's not going to be the most... you know, well-painted figure when it comes to super details. But honestly, man, he's pretty much on par with other Mythic Legions. He's got a lot of nice little gold highlights. He looks really great, man. For being a Legion builder, this thing's pretty astonishing. You have the nice side armor. You can even see some different tone right in there. The thighs look really nice. You can see the chainmail. This thing's really beautiful. You can see the feet down there. Kind of the standard knight pieces for a Mythic Legion, but still, looks really great. Then there's a shoulder underneath that. Looks really, really nice. Then, of course, the shoulder pads can kind of hinge and get out of the way, too, so they're not really going to be a problem for you. Let's take the shoulder pads off so you can kind of get a look at the figure without those, with the spike and the kind of... I've displayed them like this as well sometimes, too. But yeah, really good, really great figure. I wouldn't say good. He's great. So let's talk about articulation on him. So his head has a lot of range for having this nice Templar helmet on it. Just pretty much whatever you want to do, it'll do it. Arms move up, they move forward. Kind of a little hindered by the tunic torso, but not too much. Of course, it is a Mythic Legion, so pieces are compatible. You can pop off the elbows and everything if you want. But getting that back on there, he has really good elbow range for just a single elbow. Then pretty standard wrists. This is the best waist joint on any action figure I've ever owned ever. Gets so much crunch, so much forward and back, moves like a dream. This is the best waist on any figure I've ever had. I love it so much. All the armor and things on the legs do not get in the way. You can see they're really nice and soft, and they're not going to scratch and scrape. You do have a thigh swivel on this one. Then you have a single joint at the knee. Then you have a joint right there at the boot. And then the ankles, they can swivel and they can hinge and they can pivot. So, this figure is remarkable, and I love it. Do I love it as much as Pixis? No, because Pixis was made for me. Watch my Pixis review if you want to know why I love that thing so much. But yeah, man, I still love this figure. I've always wanted a figure of a Templar Knight. And this one certainly did not disappoint me whatsoever. I got this guy before I got Pixis, just letting you know. It's so great. Will I get more Mythic Legions? I don't know. I genuinely don't know if I will. Because the Templars is something I've been wanting. I've just been wanting a figure of a Templar. And I'm happy I got it. But even though I also absolutely adore my Pixis, this line is just not something where I want to just get tons of them. I think for now this is fine. I would definitely get the Skeletor if that was re-released. I thought about getting that when it was originally solicited, but I didn't. It's such a great toy line. I can see why so many people are going crazy for Mythic Legions. Absolutely awesome stuff. Even though, give me a second, there's one more comparison I want to make because I know a couple people are going to be curious. And I was also curious when I got the Templar. How does the Mythic Legion's Templar scale with the NECA Altair. You can see that it's definitely shorter, but it can work. I would say it can work. Just assume that this is a shorter guy in the Templar armor. I can definitely see the height of the helmet kind of helping, especially if you get Templar. If you get Altair in a little bit of a pose, it would probably work better. Even though this is a really older NECA figure, it's not really gonna really pose. I know some people are gonna be curious because I mean Altair, the whole time he was just killing Templars. So yeah, there you go. There's that comparison. I know maybe 2 people were interested in that. But I was definitely interested in that when I got this figure. And I highly recommend it, man. It's really great. Throw him on one of those new Mythic Legions horses they're doing because he would look so great on one of those. So there we go, man. I love it. I recommend it. One last thing I'm going to do just for fun. I am going to pop off his head. Because one thing with Mythic Legions is that you can not only pop off the head, but also the neck joint. I'm going to pop off this neck joint. Put it back on, just for fun. I'm going to make him an undead Templar. Wow! Awesome, look at that. It's an undead Templar, guys. There we go, guys. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Social media, blah, 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 all the usual stuff. P.O. Box, you know. Have a good day. See you in the next one. Blah, blah, blah. Just get one Mythic Legion, man. You'll love it. Just get the one. Get the one that speaks to you. I got 2. I'm good. It's definitely going to be a pitfall if you really love it, though. You're going to be spending a lot of money.